that on video, Toast.
Hammer wasn't online a second ago, but right. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's been going on with it, but
Everyone should have an invite to the session.
for everyone as well, try and be in your right livery if you can. So Toast, you should be in the number 3. Zoff the 18. Who else is in here? Chris should be in the 53. Big D should be in the 49. Well, he isn't here yet. He says he'll be on at 9 Webbers. 43, sorry, yeah, 43 for Chris. Schneeb and Basic and Hammer should all be in the 65. Dave should be in the 74. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, Stevie 74 as well. Hello. To draw. Lol. Right, I'll be back in 2 seconds. Right, I am back. So, I think that's pretty much everyone in Webbers apart from Big D. And Stone Stig and Helmet have not responded to my message or anything, so I'm going to leave them for now. and try and invite them later on near the end of the practice session and just see if they want to get in. So, the Orica, which is like a blue with a star. Right, so are you now going to start? Right, so me and Webbers, do you want to jump in another party then, Webbers, and we can start. What is that? Well, I'm thinking maybe try it now and then we got more time to, you know, just get used to the gist of it. So, right, well, I'll start a new party and invite you. Rebel has just said, Rebel Whitey has just said, from Dedicated Rebellion, he's just put DSRL live. Good luck, boys. So he is watching. We have 9 viewers at the moment. Who they are, I do not know. But me and Webbers will be starting to commentate shortly, and your efforts will be on Mixer and probably put up onto YouTube after. So try and be good. So yeah, I will speak to you all when you're done. Precisely. So, right. Speak to you later. Right. welcome to the stream, everybody. Hello, Webbers. Are you there?
Hello, mate. I'm all right. How are you?
I am fine. I am currently watching on board with Zorf, who looks to be getting a bit leery into turn 1 a minute ago.
Yes, at the moment I'm currently trying to make sure that my stream is actually working. Because I know my stream is a bit of a potato. Because I don't have the greatest internet.
Well, I've now discovered that mine is a bit of a potato as well, considering compared to Zorf's. So I've got Zorf on co-stream as well. So his live feed is on as well.
Okay. So can you see my stream then?
Yeah,
you can see.
I could see. I've now got PCAR's dash up, so I can see sector times and whatnot.
Okay, excellent.
But I can see yours, and it is working. So.
Okay. Yes. Currently, at the moment, I'm watching Dave 130R, who was just spun it.
Yeah, it was just flipped to that to see.
Out of turn 8.
So Zorf is quickest so far with a 33.8. Then it's Toast with a 34. Oh no, it isn't. It's Chris. Chris MK has managed to do a 34.0. Toast with a 34.8. Dave with a 37.2. Hammer 38.2. Schneeb 39.6. And Stevie on a 42.4, so not a good lap yet. Basic has not left the pits. He qualified yesterday, didn't he? With
he did, yes.
I'm assuming his time is the only one that counted. Has been done so far for their team. For
yes, now they
Speed Customs.
I have to admit, I'm pretty sure that the time that has been posted is the time that he's done. However, when I went to go and do obviously take his time down. Obviously, that was when I realised that I can't take any screenshots because I was streaming. And before I had a chance to write it down, he left the session and his time disappeared. So I am pretty sure
provisional time.
I know, I'm pretty sure that time that he's done is the time that he's done. I'm currently That's another reason why I'm currently waiting for the VOD. To appear on my stream, on my account on Mixer, just so I can go back and look at his time.
Yeah.
To see what he'd set, because I did have the times up.
Well,
so
currently
yes,
for
a little
them,
bit of a provisional time.
For them, for UP2 Speed Customs, Schneeb is in the session, so he should be going for a qualifying lap, and so should Hammer as well. And I have just seen Basic has just left a second ago, so I'm gonna chuck him another invite quick and just see what the problem is there. See if he wants to get back in or not.
Yes.
There we go. Right, so I'm on board with Stevie at the moment. He has improved, but not by much. Toast has gone purple and done a 33. Let me see. Let's check. He's done a 33.3, which is not the best. The PCARS is lying to me at the moment because Zorf set his time before I loaded it up. Oh, and Toast is off at the bus stop, and he's now in the pits. He's obviously had an issue.
And put it straight in the wall, has he? Or
I'm not sure. It looked like he was just stopped at the side of the track, so I'm not sure. But here comes Chris round the front corner. What's he going to be? Is he going to improve?
33.9 at the moment.
33.8.
Slight improvement from Chris.
And he is racing for Anglo-French Motorsport. So their time so far in qualifying is currently third fastest. A 32.618. And Chris is the only competing tonight. I mean, I don't know whether Mikko will be qualifying for them at all.
Well, Mikko has already done his qualifying session. He did his on Sunday night.
Right, so that their time, so their time will count unless Chris can go faster.
Yes, AOR Benjamin, he did his time he did his qualifying session last night and improved by second over what Miko had done. So
right, so they gained a couple
definitely
of places
pushed them.
there.
Yeah, I don't think they actually gained any places at the time. I think they were still second. Yes, Aid's stream is better than quality than Webbers.
Rebel,
yeah, Rebel. It's because potato for internet.
I mean, I don't think mine's the best Rebel, but as long as you can kind of see what's going on, that's the main thing. It is only a test for us to see what it's going to be like for PCARS 2, because and that is a big one for Chris.
Oh, and Chris has put it.
Jesus!
Wow,
huge accident. He has lost
huge
it on the
accident
curve.
for Chris.
That is a lethal curve.
Yes,
I went so wide, lol, my game crashed. I will just record everyone else, invite back, invite FAF as well. Okay, so...
Yeah, so that's never good when you go and have a crash that's that big that you end up killing your whole game.
No, that's quite a big one. So we've quite a lot. I don't know who you are, but if you would like any questions answering, or want to hear about certain drivers, then let us know, and we can always. Basic has stopped outside the pit lane, just grinding down the pit wall. I don't know whether he's left the pit box and then not gone or what, but I'm going to watch Stevie though and see if he can improve from 41.8. I think it may be Simon's around his house just having a bit of a go in the practice session, but I think Stevie will be qualifying later on for full throttle racing. But I think their team is mainly relying on Dave to bang in a good time, because his session will be tonight. So they're currently on a 33.6. Whether they can find another second, which would put them up a few places. It'd put them from 6th to 3rd, maybe, if they can find a good chunk.
I'm just currently making sure that everyone has been invited. I'm hoping that FAF... yes, FAF Helmet has now joined the session, and FAF Stone Stick should hopefully be joining the session as well.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I have invited them back because they didn't join earlier on, but. So I can see on Zorf's stream that he's currently watching other people as well. Toast has actually gone fastest now, I think, with a 33.3. So that is going to put DSRL Motorsports from 8th all the way up to 6th position ahead of Full Throttle Racing at the moment.
Well, actually, I don't think he's actually faster. I think it's because Zaf had such
I think
had
he
his
may have
issues and
maybe
dropped out of the session.
2 or 3 tenths, maybe. But,
okay.
And that was someone going wide, really wide there. Who was that? Was that Basic? I think that may have been Basic. No, it was not. Who was it? It was Hammer. Hammer just had a bit of an issue somewhere, and I think he may have damaged his... He's trundling around quite slow.
Basic is still sat at the end of the pit lane.
At the moment,
got some
Hammer
sort
is
of
pulling
issue.
over. Hammer is pulling over out of the way, so...
This is a bit interesting. We have and Basic Black also in 10th. So something has not gone quite right there.
No, that's obviously something that's a bit...
That is a glitch that I must admit I've never seen before. Talking of Basic Black, he's just come out of turn 1 and has gone very close to hitting the wall on the inside of between turns 1 and 2. Very easy to do that.
Yeah, definitely, especially if you hit that first First curb. Hammer's just gone really wide at turn 1, but I don't think he's been given a penalty. He has backed out of it, though. He's now... So, after his excursion a minute ago, he's managed to get back going and is now probably on a outlap, I would think. So, let's have a look at the times. I've got it here. So Toast's done a 33.3, Chris on a 33.8, Dave on a 34.8, Hammer on a 37.0, and Stevie on a 41.4. So we don't have a time from Zar because he's obviously not going to take part in the session. He's made me aware. Stone Stig is not in the session yet. Helmet is. So he should be doing a time soon. And yeah, I see what you mean. 9th and 10th are both basic black, apparently, but don't see why there are 2 of him. One is at the end of the pit lane, sat there, and one is in the pit garage.
Dave has just got... Dave and... who else was that? Dave and Stevie Lowe have both just gone off at turn 10. Both straight,
is disconnected
one after the other.
Oh no, he hasn't. He is back. So Dave is one to watch this session because he'll be dialing it in. Oh, and who's that in the background who's just had a big one? I think that may have been Stevie though. Let's check his livery.
Has just gone off. Stevie Lowe's just kind of pulled off after turn 1.
Yeah, so Stone Stick and Helmet on now here.
Yes, he hasn't hit anything.
So, someone just had a big moment at the top of the hill behind Dave. I think it may have been Toast in the black car. He is now in the pits. He's done a 32.9 now. So that is a decent time from Toast.
So
that would put him 4th fastest over if he's carried that over to quali, but he may find a bit more than that. I think he spoke earlier about doing low 32s. Whether he can stop Acura Racing from taking pole, I don't know. But Chris is improved as well, I think, up to a 33.689. So that's a pretty good time as well. I'd put him up there, sort of in the midfield times at the moment. But we're yet to see any laps from, in a qualifying trim anyway, of Stone Stig, who is now making his way around the boot, and Helmet, who's also making his way out through the S's.
Yes, I'm currently watching Helmet. I'm not too sure if this is if this is an outlap, or whether this is his first
I think it's
lap.
an outlap, yeah. I would think it's an outlap. So I'm going to watch on PCAR's dash now, and see what the times start coming in at. Oh, right, okay. So I think Stevie may be watching the stream, but it is Simon's, he has confirmed in the car. So,
okay.
He's just messaged me.
No, so. I actually, another thing I would quite like to, I'm wondering, I take it you've got the chat up on your screen in front of you, Ace?
I do, yeah. I have the chat on the bottom right, and I'll have my phone.
Yeah, is it just that one comment from Rebel88 that you've got?
I've got DSRL Live, good luck boys, and then watching from work, don't tell, and then Rebel88 stream better quality than Webbers, FYI. So,
okay, right.
Yeah, they were obviously previous before you started. Yeah.
Yes,
so
exactly.
I think because we're co-streaming,
it means that
our stuff
we
all
do
comes
both
together.
get the.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
So
that's good. So it means that when, for instance, we cut both are streaming on Sunday for the race, someone
anything.
can, or both of us, both of us can answer the question.
Benjamin. Hey, well, Benjamin, just joined, guys. So did I miss anything? No, other than the stream going down a couple of times. No, you missed nothing. So obviously this is a practice session, so we're going to be getting into qualifying minutes, pretty much 27 minutes. And it's these guys you want to look out for, because your time was pretty good. What did you do yesterday? You did a
32.6.
A 32.6.
32.618.
So
Yeah,
whether
so
Chris can improve
32.618.
that time for your team, Anglo-French Motorsport, whether he can get you up there any further, because you are only half a tenth behind Petroblast Racing, which is the team that Zarf is in. Whether he can improve up there, but it is this team, GWR, Global Wheel Racing, that's now coming around the final corner. Very wide, nearly in the wall.
Oh, very
but,
wide.
He manages to keep it going. Stonestig crosses the line, 34.5 first lap.
34.5 first lap.
So I'm going to now jump on board.
I'm going to switch to...
Yeah, you switch to helmet, and I will watch.
I've just switched to helmet. He's coming around turn 9 at the moment.
That will
out
stay
of turn
on.
9, down towards turn 10.
Get on board with Stonestig, I will. Yeah, to be honest, I'm disappointed with my time. I dropped 2/10 in the first corner. Yeah, well, like I say, you were only half a tenth behind Petroblast Racing, but you were nearly. You were at 1.3 off pole, well, 1.2 off pole, which is an absolute decimation time from Acura Racing. How they've managed to do a 31.388, I have no idea, but.
Yes, it's a 36.1 that Helmet have done for his first lap, just so you know.
Yeah. So it's these guys you want to look out for, Benjamin. These could be a massive title, race-winning contention team, because you've got Stonestig. He's a very quick guy. Never raced Helmet, but I have seen him on leaderboards. And they've also got a third teammate called Rusty Nuts. And I'm pretty certain he's always up there on the leaderboards, like time trial wise. So whether he can convert that to race pace in a long 1 hour 15-minute stint, we will see. But these could be a team in contention.
Stonestig come round for his second flying lap, improves to a 33.4. Puts him second overall at the moment in this session, half a second off.
And he's about to get some traffic as well through the S's. There's 2 cars ahead. I think one of them could be Schneeb and one maybe Chris in the white car. In the 43. I'll double check. Yeah, Chris is one of them. He's going into the bus stop. Oh, and he's got traffic ahead of him as well. So with it only being a practice, it doesn't matter too much. But who are those in front? They are Helmet's return to the pits. Schneeb and I think it may be Stevie though. Or Simon's, one of the two. Oh, and Stevie's on the grass. He's let Schneeb go. Will he then... Oh, he's let Chris go as well. So this is very tightly compact here on track, because I think Stonestig is... Well, Basic Black is right behind them as well. And then I'm almost certain that Stonestig's there as well. So I'm going to go back on board with Stonestig and... Yeah, he's backed out of it. He's seen the 4 cars ahead. And he's now backed out. He's now going to find a gap. So we will leave that one there. Zorf's now back in the session and now resuming, so he's now on a 33.5. So doing quite well.
I'm just going to leave you for 5-10 minutes, Aid. I'll be back very soon.
Yes, all right then. Yep. So we've got Chris, who I think is right up behind Schneeb, maybe. He's now backed out. He's done a 33.5. So not touched AOR Benjamin's time yet, but he could do in qualifying. This could be race trim. With it being a practice, let's see what Zorf's doing. I don't know if this is an out or a flying. It's a flying and it's a 32.8. He goes to the top. Fastest sector 1. Half a tenth off the best in... Half a second off the best in sector 2. A pretty decent sector 3 time that lap, so he has gone P1, which is still 4/10 off his best, but very good time. Oh, and Toast is very wide out the final corner, and he's hitting the wall, and he's improved to a 32.6. That is very good time. That would put him still only 4th, but there is half a tenth between that time and 2nd and 3rd overall in qualifying. So obviously these times will not carry over, but they will give us a good indication to who's got the pace and who hasn't. So we're going to ride on board the lap of Dave 130R, give him some coverage. He's I've not raced him yet, in any DSRL series, but he's turned up and he has showed some good pace so far, so he's definitely one to watch. And he's racing for Full Throttle Racing, who are currently on a 33.6 in qualifying, so we'll see what he can do in quali. So, Big D the Mighty has just asked for an invite, so I will quickly send him one. He's qualifying tonight for Prancing Moose Racing. Great team name. Oh, and who is this stop? Basic Black again is struggling for... I don't know what... Oh, you may be having connection issues. Jesus Christ, if quali is this close, then I expect this to be a seriously close race. Well, this is the thing. Outright pace, yes, could be a deciding factor. But, oh, and what is that? Who is that going slow there? Stevie Lowe going slow, and let me flick through and find out who that was. It must have been Dave. Dave 130R nearly collected him at the top of the S's. So, Big D. If you can join the other party, mate, because me and Webbers are obviously doing the commentary and whatnot, but no, it's fine. If you join Zoff or Stevie Lowe or anyone like that, I think they're all in a big party. Oh, and Stone Stig's lost it at the bus stop. So yeah, I'll speak to you in a little bit, mate. Ooh, Stone Stig had a massive one at the top of the hill. But going back to what you said, Benjamin, yeah, the qualifying at the moment, you've got a 31.3, which is absolutely blistering. You've got a 32.5, 6.7, 32.6, 1/3, and then a further half a second back is UP2 Speed Customs. Another 10th is the team of Chirac. I'm not sure if they've actually picked a team name yet. So they're only a 10th back. Then another 4/10 back is Full Throttle Racing. So, I mean, from 6th is pretty much a second, which is pretty close. I think I've just heard Webbers come back.
Hello, yes, I am back on the mic.
Yeah, so Toast has improved to a 32.6 to keep you up to date now. Stone Stick's going back out the pits. He's just had an absolutely massive one at the bus stop and just kept it out of the wall. The Mighty has just joined as well, so he should be out on track somewhere. There you go, he's in the pits. And then I think Stevie, or Simons, was going slow at the top of the hill, and he basically had the biggest. Like, oh, Chrissy's lost it at the last corner and hit going down the start finish straight. Wow, he's back in the pits. But yes, he had a really bad near miss with Stevie at the top of the hill. Benjamin has just said, by the way,
Benjamin, my
go on.
It still has not appeared. Last night was the first time I'd done a proper stream, and it was definitely set to save the stream, so I was going to give it till the end of today to see if it had appeared. If not, I will be sending some contacts. I will be contacting Mixer. I know that's something that they can, if you have an issue, that they can help you push it through. So hopefully, in the not too distant, see the stream from last night.
Have you definitely turned on VODs, Webbers? In your, like, actually gone on a laptop and turned them on? Because I mean, mine most of the time when I've been streaming, an hour or two stream would normally be up probably the day after at like midday. It'd definitely be there.
Yeah.
So it's a shame that, but
yes,
hopefully this one will be saved.
Yes, it was definitely on. So,
oh, helmet! Jesus Christ! He's had a massive crash coming out of the bus stop, cold tyres, an outlap, going fairly slow, and he's just got all over the curb and just spun it into the outside wall just about before going around the boot. and had a huge
It's
one.
very easy to do. It's
Didn't
very
really
easy
get
to do. It's
unsettled.
it's something that I think a lot of the guys almost forget, that when they jump back into the pits and then go straight back out again, they forget the tyres are now not the tyres, but the brakes are now cold. They have to bring the brakes back up to temperature again. So it's very easy to go down to the. I've been calling it the bus stop, but I'm wrong actually. I have now found that it's called the inner loop.
Well, yes. Basic has had a big spin at turn 1 over the curb. Oh, and someone's come through and hit him. Who was that? Was that Chris? Yes, it was Chris. He's come through. He's had a big spin, pirouetted it round, facing the wrong way, and Chris has had absolutely nowhere to go and ran straight into the front of him, which he's retired them both to the pits for now. But yeah, the curb's
Basic is now. Yes, Basic is now back to the pits and heading back out again.
Yeah.
So yes, it's very easy to forget that that your brakes are now cold when you jump back to the pits and head back out again.
Yeah.
Have to be careful. I have to get those brakes back up to temperature again.
Well, I've actually found out as well with the bus stop chicane. Yes, it is called the inner loop, but it is also nicknamed as the bus stop. So
as the bus stop, yes.
Yeah, and I've also found that I did not know until I've actually looked at the track map that turns 6, 7, and 8 are actually called laces, heel, and toe, because turn 6 is the laces, turn 7 is the toe, and turn 8 is the heel. Because it literally looks like a boot, and it is called the boot.
A boot.
So,
the boot.
And I knew it was called that, but never actually knew. And I thought, well, it might look a little bit like a boot, but all the corner names are after that. So, and I've made a little note down that the main overtaking places are turn 8, because it's a heavy braking zone. Turn 1 obviously is as well, but you've got to stay away from that inside curb and the bus stop. But going too wide into there could be a little bit unforgiving sometimes.
Yeah, making an overtake manoeuvre into the bus stop needs. You can't be half decided whether you're going to make the move. You've got to be, I'm going to make the move, and that is it. You have to be certain that you were going to go for the move, and then you also have to trust the guy next to you, that they've seen you and going to give you room, because otherwise.
Could be curtains.
You are both going to have both of you are going to have a very big accident. Obviously, with this race, being not only very long, but it is run to full damage. And if you hit a barrier or something like that hard enough, you could very easily take a wheel off, and then it'll be a very, very slow trek back to the pits, depending on where you are.
Yeah, very. I was saying to a few of the guys earlier that if you find 10 seconds in absolute raw pace, then yeah, you're going well. But if you then bin it and it costs you 50 seconds to a minute, you're not going to make that time back up in the remainder of your stint. So you've basically cost your team by pushing too hard and trying to get a big gap. It's going to be time management and just plugging away. Anyone could win this race, not based on pace. It could be the slowest team end up winning the race, just down to being clean. So
it could be, and I have to admit, looking at the lap times that are being done currently, we've got a very competitive grid. Very competitive.
Definitely, yeah.
And there's a few teams where I would say that there are certain drivers who are going to be definitely faster than other members of their team. So it'll be interesting to see, certainly once we've gone past stint number 1 and then into 2, 3 and 4, actually how the positions change, because I think there'll be quite a few changes in position during
depending on who's
the race.
doing what stints. If the faster driver is in against a slower driver's stint, then
exactly.
they might pull out a lead, but then
yes.
roles reversed. The other team are then faster. You're then going to close back the gap, even if you don't actually pass them on track, so to speak. You're pulling the gap back to them. So even though you've not re-overtaken them, you will gain ground back. And Benjamin's now asked, so how does this work? Is the winner from each lobby, or is it overall time? It'll be overall distance. So it is called the 1000 kilometers, but not every team will make 1000 kilometers, because if you hit the wall 3 times and you have to make 5 pit stops, whatever, and you are, say, 2 laps down on the leader, you're going to have done only 44 laps, where the leader will have done all 250k of his stint. So you will be 2 laps behind that. So you will have only, I think it's around.
Yes. Basically, the easiest way to explain it, the winner is the team that does all the laps, which in total, if my maths is right, is 184 laps. It's the first team to do 184 laps with the shortest added up total time. Obviously, there is a total time at the end of each stint, so we would imagine it will be 1 hour 15, 20 seconds, 1 hour 15 seconds for each stint. Add those times up, and it's the shortest amount of all those times put together.
And most laps. Because obviously someone could have done
completing all of the laps.
Yeah, someone could have done 44 out of the 46 laps. So they may only finish 20 seconds behind the leader, and their race will finish. So it'll say 1 hour 15 and 30 instead of 1 hour 15 and 10. So they're 20 seconds off the lead, but they're also 11 kilometres also behind. So the only way you can gain that back is by others having issues.
I am expecting that. I mean, we could very easily see the second place team, their total time to do the whole race may actually be shorter than the race winner, but they could be a lap or 2 behind. It is the laps that is first. Keeping the car on the track and doing the laps. Getting all those laps up.
Definitely.
There will be at least one team that does all 184 laps.
Yeah, I will think there would be. And like I said, the only way you will gain back time that you may have lost is by other people having accidents as well. And then it comes down to just basically plugging away and keeping, like, if you have an accident in the first stint, you mustn't give up, because if your competitors also have issues in other stints or even a full lag out, we will not be restarting the session to pick up a guy. So you have lost a whole 250k on your competitors. So even though you'll have technically you'll have the shortest time because you didn't take part in the session, you're also miles behind. And Stone Stig's just had a massive crash. Turn 8, he's come out, he's got a bit wide, he's gone a bit deep on the brakes, got a bit wide, the back end stepped out on him, and he's just put it onto the inside wall, and he's back in the pits. So I think, Webbers, if you're there.
Yes.
I think we've got Zorf, who actually... So although he's not taking part in qualifying, he can maybe give us a bit of an insight into the track and how his car's handling and how he feels about the race. So he's going to join in a minute, just before qualifying, because we've got 7.5 minutes. For some reason, the time is not appearing at the top of my screen, or the weather or anything. So we are in clear conditions.
Oh, that's strange.
And it's 25 degrees, and the track is 36. As I've checked on PCAR's dash, so yeah, and they'll remain the same for the qualifying.
PCAR's dash, for some reason, is not working. I can't get it to link up, so unfortunately, I'm not able to use my PCAR's dash at the moment.
I'm not sure whether Toast is actually a purple best, which is 32.673. but I don't know whether he's improved at all or not. But
I don't think so. His time that he's just done. Oh, that must have been an outlap actually. Yes, I think that was an outlap because I'm currently watching him at the moment. Oh, that was. He's had a big crash, a big wheel off. Yes.
Has he now returned to the pits?
He is now back to the pits, but that was an almighty crash. Yes, there was at least one wheel off. I think the front right was off then. That goes to show how quickly it could all go wrong. If you did that during the race on Sunday, that would have been, again, a potential race ender. That was, he had that happen at the top, just at the crest of the hill of the S's. That's where it happened. So
wow, so, yeah.
Very high speed.
I'm now watching Stone Stig. I was just watching Dave on 30R. He has now improved to a 33.1. He was on a 33.4, and then I think he's just improved just now to a 33.1. He's then gone straight on at turn 1. He's just then retired to the pits just for the time being.
Yes, he has.
So I'm going to watch Stone Stig.
That was his best lap he's just done.
I'm pretty sure we've got Zarf in for a driver interview.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, hello Zarf, how are you?
I am feeling very confident, yeah.
Good.
Cool.
Good. So, Stone Stig, another pits. I don't know whether he's hit the inside wall or whether he's just lost it on the curb, but he's had an absolutely huge one on the outside this time. So he's struggling with the bus stop with the setup of his car, definitely. But yeah, Zarf, you've done a 32.7, so it's only a tenth off what you did in quali. Is it not?
And then as well.
2/10 what you've done in quali, so
Toast has done a solid time.
Yeah, Toast is up there. Yeah, I've just noticed that. So, how do you think your car's feeling for the race? Have you done any race setup, or have you just concentrated on qualifying for now?
My side of the garage, Petro Blast, it feels fine, but we should be alright for a race as well. We've done full race.
Full race, like simulation.
Yeah.
And how did you find the tyres lasting?
Actually, pretty well. The rears are perfect. It's just the front left is a little. It gets pretty worn. Might not even have to change the rears in the race, but we'll see.
Gonna be a thing for tyres.
Yeah.
It should be for fuel, I would imagine.
Yeah, you won't make it on fuel, so you definitely will need some of that.
Yeah. How do you think these guys are getting on? Stone Stig and Helmet, do you think they're going to have the pace in quali to find a bit more? Because at the moment, they're struggling, they seem.
I've not seen Helmet run ever, but I've seen Stone Stig and he's competitive, so should see him up there. Maybe second, third.
All right, I'm going to jump on board with Toast because he's just gone fastest in Sector 2 with a 28.969. So he's purple in Sector 2. His first sector was pretty good.
Yes, here he comes round turn 9 into turn 10. A lot of commitment into turn 10. Don't want to clip the inside curb, running out wide. Around the final corner.
Let's see if he improves. And he doesn't.
No.
Slower.
He doesn't.
In the final sector.
32.896. So he lost a couple of tenths.
Right. I've also had AOR Benjamin. He's just said, just for your info on my lap in qualifying, he did a 27.4, a 29.1, and a 35.9. So Toast was 3 tenths off that hit that final sector just then. He was a tenth and a bit up in sector 1, so his sector 1 and 3 times weren't that good, but sector 2 Toast was flying then. So do you, Webbers? Do you want to?
No, at the moment not. I think because we are only into practice and we are less than 2 minutes away from the end of the practice session now. I think.
Yeah. So.
No, there's nothing I'm
So we might get you in again, Zorf, during the race on Sunday, during someone else's stint, whilst you're having a watch of someone else's, and we'll get you in for almost like a team manager interview. So hopefully you'll be able to get some commitment from.
Do you know which stint you're doing yet, Zarf?
I'm not sure on my my fourth guy, but I should be doing the fourth session with Michael Watts doing the first, Idiot doing the second, and hopefully Suzuki in the third.
Okay.
Yes, I haven't seen any times from Suzuki or Idiot or Michael yet.
I think
I've
seen
comment
on the forum.
on this.
I think I've seen Michael doing some lap times. He has said on the forum he has, so we'll see. But we're going to jump into qualifying now. So thanks for talking, Zarf, and we'll get you in again for maybe sometime during the race on Sunday.
All right. See you guys later.
Okay, mate. See you in a
See
bit.
you later.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. So we'll just carry on as normal. But yeah, so we're going into qualifying now. Any minute now, actually.
Yes, we've only got
20 seconds
only got 20
remaining.
seconds
so
left.
a quick rundown of the order in practice. So we've got 32.6 from Toast, 32.7 from Zarf, 33.1 from Dave, which is a good time, 33.4 from Stonestig, 33.5 from Chris, and I think Stonestig's just dropped out. Helmet has done a 34.5, Hammer's done a 34.7, Schneeb has done a 36.6. Basic hasn't set a time on here for me, but I don't know why that is.
36.8. 36.8 I've got him out.
Okay. I've also got Stevie Low on a 36.8, Big D on a 39.0, and then obviously no time for us. So
No. Right, so we are now
green flag
into
for qualifying. I'm going to re-invite
green flag for clock.
Stonestig.
Okay.
I don't know why he dropped out.
That's fine. I was. Yes, I think that was Basic's duplicate that's just left the session.
Yeah, for whatever reason, he had two in there, did he not? Oh, and I am now driving out the pits. There we go. Right. So, Toast is first on track, I think. He's going down to the bus stop trying to heat his tyres up. So I'm going to ride on board with him for his out lap and just see how he's preparing the car. If at all, because the tyres will heat up quite quickly, but the brakes are something that do not in these cars. They take a while.
Well, obviously the tyres are already up to temperature as they go out the pits. It's just getting them up to the working pressure.
Yeah.
That's what they are working towards. Yes, we've got Toast at the moment, who's coming round to the end of the lap.
There's
That's
a lot
his
of guys
first
in the
lap.
pit lane as well. So we've got Schneeb in the pits and his teammate Dave, who have not left the pit lane yet. They might be trading some setup tips or just tweaking the car if they were doing race runs. We've got Hammer in the pits as well. Toast is obviously out on a lap. Chris is still in the pits, so is Stevie Low. Basic is apparently sat at the end of the pit lane again. I don't know whether... I think that's just a glitch. I don't really know what's going on there. Zorf is obviously not taking part in this session. He's just watching how the guys get on. And then we've got Helmet, who is just starting his lap. Big D coming out of the pits now. And someone following him. I think that might be Stevie Low. It is. Hammer has disconnected, has he? Right, okay. AOR Benjamin.
Okay,
I'm so
him.
tempted to race 0% brake duct for the race just so I don't have cold brakes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether they'd start overheating near the end when your tyres are up to temperature. Oh, here we go. Helmet's got a bit of traffic. Whether he's now got out of it. Was it Helmet? I think it was. Yeah, he's returned to the pits. I think he had some traffic with Big D and Stevie on his first flying lap. So whether he wanted to change something, I'm not sure. So I am just going to jump back to the pits, Webbers, and just invite Hammer back in, because this should be his.
I have already
Wally.
invited him.
Right, I've just invited him as well now. So, Right, we will find where Toasty Boy is. Toast is now coming down to turn 9. So around turn 9,
Tricky
horrible corner. Horrible corner, especially in these cars. Turn 10, fairly easy, but you've just got to keep away from the curbs, especially the outside one, because that will spit you into the wall. Through turn 11, see how close he dares get to the wall. Not very on his first flyer. See what the lap time is.
It's a 32.7.
Wow,
32.7.
32.7. Brilliant.
Pretty solid lap for his very
first lap. So looking at the sector times there, I mean, Toast's first sector is actually 3/10 down on AOR Benjamin's best time. But he's a tenth up, and then he's half a second up in sectors 2 and 3. So he's going well. He's now gone fastest in sector 1 with a 27.7.
Only just. He's done another 27.7.
So he is on a lap. Is he then going to be able to improve and carry through the lap? Let's see. He looked like he went a bit deep there. Good exit. Down to turn 8.
29.1 for his middle
it's a
sector.
so-and-so middle.
Compared.
I think it's a fairly good middle, but I don't know whether it's if he's going to still be up on his time. He may find time in this final sector. Oh, and he's very close
to the outside. Oh. He's coming across the line. Is he going to improve? He does, 32.585, so
wow.
Found a little bit more.
10th and a half maybe, so I'm going to jump off board with him. Stonesteig still sat in the pits. Big D the Mighty, I think he may be on a lap. He's coming through turn 8 up to turn 9 now. I don't think anyone else is really on a lap as of yet. There's no sector times being... Well, Big D has posted sector times, but not good ones, so I think it's an outlap. Helmet looks to be on an outlap too, and Stevie though. So Toast has got a lap in early without traffic.
Yes, and if I'm right, that puts them DSRL Motorsports into second, I do believe.
Yes. No.
Not quite.
No, not quite.
Not quite. By two hundredths of a second from Petroblast Racing. So.
Although Toast has now gone fastest in both sectors. Again, Sector 1 and Sector 2. He is purple in both. So I'm going to jump on board again. He's coming through turn 9 now. I'm going to actually go.
He's found 2 tenths in turn. He's found 2 tenths in. So this could be.
He could be on for a 31.
32. Could be on for a 31 if he gets the final sector right. Coming down the start-finish line. What is it? It's a 32.2.45.
Very good time. So that takes him up to second for DSRL Motorsports, alongside a few of the other admins, Redding Rich, and I don't say, have they got a third driver? Yes, they've got a third driver. They've got Hate Worldwide as well.
Hate Worldwide.
He is not an admin, but he is in the admin team because he's very friendly with with me and Toast especially. So. We'll see how he goes in the race. He should be doing stint 1, I think. But Toast does not go fastest in Sector 1 now. Backed off, so he's gonna be happy with that. But he will still be kicking himself to where Acua Racing have found nearly a full second on him.
Nearly a full second.
Toast is
nearly 9 tenths.
He's a very quick driver and. He will not be happy about being a second off pole, even if he has got it up to second. Helmet crosses the line, 33.9. So, better than practice by a few tenths, if not half a second.
Once again, though, yes, they may have found a full second, nearly a full second in qualifying, but. Can they do that in the race? Can they keep up that pace through the race?
And keep it on the road.
and keep it on the road and manage the traffic, getting through the traffic. That's going to be a key part of the race as well.
Oh, and Stone Stig's sideways again at the bus stop. He's
Something tells
really...
me that-
Oh, and he's in the wall as well. Wow, a massive one again. Stone Stig exiting the pits. He's really trying to get a good lap in. He's got 51 minutes remaining, so he's got plenty of time. But the car does not look great. He is taking either too much curb or the car is not liking it, because that is the third time I've seen him off. And that time he hit the inside curb fine, took the second part of the chicane, and the back end had none of it. He went straight off the track and then lost it on the grass and hit the wall as well. So really struggling.
Something tells me he's finding that car a little bit frustrating.
Yes, I think he's seen some of the other lap times from other teams, especially now Toast has only just really started getting practice in this past day or two, maybe doing a few hours here and there, but he is now up there. Yes, he's a full second off, but he's still done a 32 low, so that is, you know, right up there with the fastest times we've seen. Oh, Stevie has just been taking the grass through the S's. I'm going to ride on board with Stevie.
That was very close. Very
That was.
close. I was watching that as well.
See how he takes the bus stop.
He's definitely backed out of it. It certainly seems like he's backed out.
And he's taken grass. Whether that will have cut tracked him, I don't know.
I'll just run away with that. Way misses the apex at turn 6 though. Really runs wide. Into turn 7, banked turn 7. You can carry quite a lot of speed into turn 7.
Well, I've just had a nice comment from one of the guys. The Acura Racing, who are obviously the provisional pole setters at the moment, have one of the guys, Havana. He's a new guy to the forum and the league.
Yes.
I've never raced with him before, and he's just messaged saying the commentary is great, guys. Sounds like you've been doing it for years. So that's a nice comment from him. He's obviously liking his team sat at the top of the pile. Yeah, so we'll see if anyone can beat them. But
no, it hasn't come up. Where did you get that? Because that hasn't come up.
He has private messaged me over Xbox. It is not on the
Right.
stream. If anyone watching, if there's 16 of you watching, I don't know who you are, but if you aren't a member of the forum and you are wondering what the heck this is, it's the dedicated sim racing league. 1000km of Watkins Glen qualifying. So it is what you hear, a 1000km race. It's going to be split up into 4 parts, and it's hosted by us, the DSRL. We've got our own website, Xbox Club. So if you want to join in or get involved, there is still time to get in on this race. Although you do have to be in a team, you can always find a team seat or create your own with your own mates if you aren't already a member. And the website is www.thedsrl.com. So if you do want to get involved, you can. This is his first time trying this whole streaming and watching and commentating and whatnot. So bear with us. But we've got more to come.
And doing a race of this length.
Yeah. So if you aren't already got an account on Mixer though, and you want to see more racing, make sure you make an account, follow us, me and Webbers, and we'll be streaming on Sunday from around maybe 3:30, and the race starts at 4, and we'll be live for the whole race. Coverage of basically everyone who's taking part, and it'll be I think we've got 31 drivers currently signed up, so it's a fair
I'm not entirely
field.
too sure, but
Yeah, I think I counted up
yes,
earlier.
good number.
31 split between 10 teams.
Which is good. It's going to be.
If you do have any questions now, or you want to ride on board with anyone in particular, give us a shout in the chat, because we do have the chat box on. Like I say, if you haven't got an account, make one, then you can talk in the chat. And it's as simple as that. You can ask us anything about the race, about the forum, about any specific racing in general. We've got a lot planned for PCARS too, so if you want to get involved, make sure you do. We've got people of all speeds, as you can probably see right now in the lobby. We've got people ranging from 32.2 to 41.0. So it's not just quick guys we're after. We're after people of all ages and skill levels, because we're willing to help people get better. And what better place to do it with a mixture of skill levels?
Yes, I mean, you were going to say about the age gap. I think the oldest guy we've got is Mikko. He's in his early 70s. He is.
Yeah, and he's not slow.
He's very quick.
He is
He's not slow. He is very quick.
I think yesterday did he not do a 33.5? So that would have actually put him fourth fastest, ahead of Stonestig, who Stonestig is, like Zarf said in the driver interview, very competitive and very quick, and he is not one to be underestimated. But Mikko's up there with them sort of times. Although he hasn't done a good lap yet, Stonestig, he's still up there. Mikko is in the high midfields quite easily, a lot of the time, in pretty much any car you shove him in. So to be that age and be lapping some of the laps like he does is pretty incredible.
And he's consistent. He is
that
consistent.
Is the thing, yeah.
Doesn't not easily flustered, as I found many times racing against him. He very rarely makes mistakes. Very rarely makes mistakes. So if you're going to be coming up behind him, he's not going to make it easy for you to try and get past.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so Stonestick has improved his lap time to a 33.166. So we'll see if he's going to go any quicker in the first sector. Let's see. So he was actually 0.3 quicker than Toast's first sector. That last lap he did. He's up again.
Someone just
he is
hit?
Up again. 27.333.
I think someone's just hit the end of the entrance of the pit wall.
Oh right, is there all cones everywhere?
The not really cones, the more like big massive barrels.
The big yellow barrels, yeah.
The big,
if someone's lost
Chris is
it,
just coming
then,
through Chris is just. Oh yeah, they're all over the track. Chris has just gone round the last corner, and they are all over the place.
Right, Stonestick is on. Stonestick is on an absolute flyer. Oh, and have I just seen that right? He's just returned to the pits. I don't know why. He was purple sector 1. He was personal best sector 2, and then returned to the pit lane. He may have been running out of fuel. Toast, however, has just nearly equalled.
Stevie coming around the last corner. Oh, all the barrels have disappeared. So,
yeah,
good work on the safety marshals.
Toast has just improved in the sector 1, but it was not the fastest of all. Sector 2, he's had a so-and-so. Sector 2, but I don't know. Stonestick looked like he was flying, but for some reason he returned to the pits, and must have made a change, and he's going back out again now.
Toast coming round the last corner. Is this an improvement? Has he been able to fight? No, it is not.
Big D, not Big D, sorry. Dave 130R. He's just come through turn 9. Bit of a tricky one, off camber and uphill, and he's just lost the rear end, and luckily he's kept it out of the wall, and he's now starting another lap in the 74 car. Now,
AOL Benjamin, he's just put a comment saying, "Oh dear, RIP." I didn't see that incident. It would be interesting to know exactly who that was at the final corner. Did you catch it on the stream when I wasn't looking?
I did not see it. No. Whether there's a camera that Zarf is kindly providing. Obviously, I don't think he's caught it either. So unfortunately, we did not see that. But I'm going to stay on board with Helmet for a while and just see if he can improve. He's on a 33.571 at the moment. He's got to find. I would say if he can find half a second, he's there, because 33.5's quick, 32's are rapid. So, and that would bump him straight to second. Stonestig's a 33.1, which is his teammate. So he's only 0.4 off. Oh, and he's had a big one at the bus stop. Again, the same car. The GWR car is not handling well through the bus stop. They have set it up in a different way to other drivers, and they just seem to not take the bus stop right. He's done the same as Stonestig. He's just lost the back end and just completely gone. He's now coming back out of the pit lane. I'm going to watch Big D the Mighty. He is on a 33.3 at the moment.
Oh, and Schneeb's just gone off as well at turn 8.
Sounds like people are
not
struggling
turn 8,
at the
turn
moment.
6, rather.
Oh, and an improvement for Dave. 33.21. So he is now up in the top 3 places. Where would that put him? 33.216.
Didn't know, maybe put them.
That would put them fifth, ahead of Chirac's team. I think we do have a name for them now. I think.
Oh, do we?
Yes, they put something on the forum earlier on, and I do not remember what it was. I think it was something like multicultural something. Oh right, AOR Def has said hey, and MTR Mov. Come on, Dave. Ah right, Dave is Dave 130R is Mov's teammate, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they are for Full Throttle Racing. So the 73 car even, not 74.
Havana's just posted in, so asking what the best sector times are.
As far as I've seen,
the fastest.
I don't know. They haven't saved, but I think it's been a 27.3 has been, because Toast's currently on his best first sector, his best, personal best. But I think the low 27s seem to be the one for Sector 1. Sector 2, it's looking like if you can get into the 29s, you're doing well. Like a 30 is pretty good. And then the final sector looks to be around, I think, 29.
Again.
Dave has improved again. 33.006.
006.
So
improvement once again.
That would put him up to... Oh, wow, that puts him up another place, up to 4th. Ahead of UP2 Speed Customs, which is currently Schneeb and Hammer are qualifying for them.
Yes, I mean, he was the driver that did the most amount of laps out of everyone during the practice session. His best time in that session was a 36.8. And his best time so far, he's done 9 laps. So actually the only person that's done more laps than him has been Toast, and he's on a 37.1 of his best time. Multiculti Racing is Chirac's team.
Multiculti Racing, that is the one, because if you have a look, I'm pretty sure Varzak Jr. is from Germany. RG Matiz is from
yes, I saw that Schneeb
from Holland.
Again, unfortunately.
SRL Ribs is from the UK, and Chirac is, I think, I'm assuming RU means Russia. So
I think that's Russia. I must admit,
so
I didn't know he was. I didn't think he was from Russia. I thought he was from Germany.
I did myself.
Unless he's a Russian living in Germany. I don't know.
So Multiculti Racing. So there is going to be a bit of a shift around after this quali in the timesheets of the quali session on the forum. So we'll try and keep up to date with who's gone where. Toast, by the looks of it, has taken second place away from Petroblast Racing, so they've been pushed down. Well, everyone below them has been pushed down a place. And then Dave 130R up from 6th to, I think, will be 4th. Well, actually, it'd be 7th to 4th because they got pushed down prior by DSRL Motorsport, which is Toast. So they
it will actually be fit. No, they would be 5th. They would because Anglo-French Petroblast Racing and Cook Racing were already faster than this time. And until today, DSRL Motorsports were in 8th, which obviously now they've jumped up to 2nd. So
all the big jig around.
Unless, yeah, quite a few movers and shakers, as they say.
So we're going to go on board with
Yes.
Chris on
Full
my
throttle.
stream. See if he can improve from a 33.467, which is putting him currently 4th in the session. And that would put him... their team has already done a 32.68. And they are Benjamin yesterday, so... improve that and get Anglo French Motorsport any higher, we will have to wait and see. He's not been able to break 32s yet, and he's got to get quite far into the 32s. There's a 32.6 he'll have to improve by nearly a full second to make any gains up the grid for his team. And I will just be back in 2 seconds, Webbers.
Okay.
So the stream is yours.
Yay! Moment, I am just updating the sign-in information to reflect that the number 28 car is now Multiculti Racing. So yes, Def at the moment. I'm just looking at the chat. Def hasn't done a qualifying session yet. I'm not too sure. Hopefully, Def will be able to answer this for me. Are you going to be competing in the final qualifying session on Saturday night? There is only one more qualifying session after tonight, at 9 o'clock. Qualifying gets underway at 9 o'clock on Saturday night, British summertime, with an hour practice session prior to, which anyone is open to compete in, but it's only for the qualifying session that the drivers that are booked in for that session will be permitted to take part in. Which actually, looking at this, which actually looking at the sign at the moment, we don't have anyone who's signed in for Q4 on Saturday night. So at the moment, it's going to be, could potentially be a bit of a night off, unless all of a sudden we have a flurry of drivers trying to get in on Saturday night to improve on their team's position. Drivers that we haven't seen any times from yet has been Rusty Nuts for Aquac Racing.
No, that isn't Aquac Racing.
Anything.
No, Rusty Nuts is Global Wheel Racing with Stone Stick and Helmet.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting that
Acura
completely
Racing
wrong then.
is Havana and The Miz.
Of course, yes, it
both
is only
did.
just the two of them.
It's they're doing 2 stints each for their team, so...
Yes, 2 stints each, yes. So we still haven't seen anything from Hate Worldwide or DSRL. Haven't seen anything yet from Idiot 1995, Furish Suzuki, or Michael Watts for Petroblast Racing. Nor have we seen anything from
Multiculti Racing as well. Their whole team bar Chirac. So SRL Ribs, RG Matiz, and Varzak Jr. are all yet to qualify, if at all, because Chirac has already put their team. They were currently in 5th, but I think they've obviously been knocked down by a few faster times tonight. So whether any of them guys want to jump in on Saturday night and get in a decent time, we will see.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Bear with me a minute. I'm just...
He did. I'm just about to go back on board with Stone Stig now. He's running 3rd at the moment. He's actually following his... his teammate is following him. Helmet is behind them. So they could be actually trying to potentially help each other with a bit of a tow down the big straight, but whether that would affect them in the corners, I don't know. They could be trying to do an old school Ferrari here in qualifying and towing each other along. He did do the fastest, purple sector 1, but his sector 2 was a bit slow. He was a second off. and he's now gone wide at turn 8 as well. So we'll stay with him, see what him and his teammate do, because they're both reasonably close on track. So we'll see. AOR Benjamin, just for the info, RG Matiz and SRL Ribs are normally the top of the leaderboards on F1 2016, so they are quick. Ah, right, so we might have some F1 racers with us this weekend then. Right, that's good to know. So, when I asked Chirac if he got a team, he then replied with, "Yeah, I've got a team," and he was quite smug about it. So that'll probably be why. But can they handle the beastly Oracle?
Formula One cars quite a bit. Formula One cars a bit of a different car to this though. Obviously, yes, this car's a bit slower, but probably there's quite a bit of a difference in driving style between the two cars.
Yeah, definitely.
27.1 as the first sector for Stonesteg. So that is by far, I think, the quickest Sector 1 time that we've seen so far.
Yeah, it hasn't appeared as purple for mine for some reason, but it's definitely showing a 27.164.
Yes, unless he's already gone faster than that previously.
But it is a good first sector time. 29.66. Ooh.
For Sector 2.
Well, actually, Toast has done a 28.8, so he's a good 0.8 off in Sector 2
right,
there.
Okay.
So that is not... So
I thought very wide at 9.
I thought
very
Sector 2...
wide at 9 he has.
Yeah, and he's retired.
And he's gone straight back to the pits. So he has abandoned that run again.
I mean, he's got half an hour to go. So he's got time.
Really? Only got half an hour? We've already had half an hour go.
Half an hour's gone quick for us, but for them, it won't have gone that quick, I don't think. So he's got time. He can tweak his setup, and off he goes again. But can he get up there with Toast? Because I don't think he's going to like seeing Toast that much further ahead, nearly a full second, and then another full second to Acura Racing. Like, there is no way. I don't think he can find 2 seconds, but he could definitely get up there with Toast. He might surprise me and all of a sudden find a second. So Benjamin has now turned around and said, LMP2 cars are more loose under braking compared to F1. Traction is easier on LMP2. LMP2 also slides a bit and understeers at high speed, slides on bumps. Yeah, it definitely does. I think that's the problem Stonesteg and FAF Helmet have been having this whole session and practice, because they've been off all over the place at the bus stop chicane, and that is all to do with riding the curbs well, and the car just does not seem to be doing what they want. And it looks to me like they are having chronic understeer in the high speed as well, whereas Toast doesn't seem to be suffering with that. So
understeer in the slow corners, and then to make it worse, it doesn't want to ride the curbs.
Yeah.
You know, really the only place around this track that you want the car to ride the curbs is through the bus stop chicane. You can pretty much leave all the other curbs alone around the rest of the track, but it is that bus stop where you need to have it be able to ride the curbs. Obviously, yes, as we were sort of talking, you know, as Benjamin's pointed out, you know, these cars, they don't have, you know, they will slide, certainly compared to Formula One cars. Obviously, Formula One cars have got massive amount of downforce, and Stonesteg has just gone into the wall again through the S's, so he will have already ruined this lap. He's come across the first sector. It's a 27.7, so he's lost 0.6 already compared to his previous lap. So we've still got Toast at the moment on a 32.2 in front. In front, he's done 13 laps. Dave, 33 dead, or 006, 10 laps. Stig's done 33.1 with 10 laps. Chris, 33.4 with 8 laps. Helmet has done a 33.5 with 7 laps. Hammer 34.6 with 11 laps.
Chris has just
Stevie Lowe,
improved to a 33.396, so not a big improvement, but a
not
tenth.
a big improvement, but it's still
quicker. He's edging closer.
Yeah, he has indeed. And actually, just as I said that, Stevie Lowe's just improved. He's gone from a 36.8 to a 36.0. So he's
Big
found
improvement.
8 tenths then. Big improvement. Schneeb, 1 minute 37.1. 15 laps he's done. So he's really plugging in the laps, which is good to see.
I'm currently on board with him at the moment. His front end looks a bit bad, but that may be from a previous incident. But he may be doing a race run. He may be just concentrating on wanting to, work away at the race pace, because his team is currently all the way up in. They're up in sort of the 4th and 5th. Because Dave 130R will have pipped them for Full Throttle Racing, and Toast will have pipped them for DSRL Motorsport. So they could be in 6th position of 10, which is pretty good going. And looking at their team lineup, they've got fairly strong drivers throughout the field. So Schneeb could be just looking to use this as almost like a practice session, knowing that full well that his teammate they're running 6. And like I said before, that they've already got a team. They've already got a time in of 33.1 on the board. So Hammer is only on a 34.6. Schneeb's only on a 37.1. So they're probably working on race pace over outright quality
Chris
speed,
has,
maybe.
Improved. He's now on a 33.154.
So he's found another 3 tenths. Yeah, personal best sector 1, personal best sector 3 showing on my screen.
Yes, so that actually puts him up to 3rd and pushes Stonestick down to 4th at the moment.
Yeah. So again, Chris's time he'd still have to find another half a second, but at the rate he's going in 25, matching Benjamin's time. And Benjamin has just also put, I wish this game had a speed trap to compare all the car top speeds before the inner loop. Yeah, that would be quite nice. I mean, I think I checked before, and they were maybe doing I could be wrong, it might be 140 or something. 170? Really? Are they doing 100 into the chicane? Yeah. I can get on board with someone coming down there, right? So, I've changed camera by accident. Right, let me. Nope, wrong one. Nope, wrong one.
Toast is just coming up through
that one, right?
Through the S's at the moment. He's at 150 as he comes over the rest of the hill. So 160. Yeah, he's just nudging on 170 mile an hour. He is there. Have I just? Maybe that was an old. Oh, I've just had an old. Notification pop up. Then I thought he was.
Okay,
I
so
thought for a moment then that Hammer had lagged out, but he hasn't. On a 34.6.
Oh, helmet's really wide at the
moment.
first turn. Coming through the S's, a white car has just come out of the pits. Whether that's Chris in the 73. No, not the 73. I am wrong. In the 43, sorry. Let's see what helmet do. Helmet's backed off. Stone Stig. Right. Let's see. He is hitting 167 is what I saw. I don't know if anyone's got any better eyesight in the stream. At the bottom right, you can see the speed. So I'm not sure if... Let's have a look what Hammer's doing. Only 150 something that time round, so it may be an outlap. We'll have to see. Yeah, 165, Benjamin. Seems like that could be what pretty much you can get up to after the S's section.
Yeah, maybe what 165 on their own, maybe 170 if you got a good run out of a turn 1 and were able to pick up a good. And
I'm going to watch Big D.
And we have only got just over 20 minutes to go. It's
flying by.
The time is going. The time is going very quickly. Time is going very. Running out for these drivers. They have only got one session that they are allowed to do. So yes, this is their only session that the drivers will be allowed to do. I'd imagine we've got a number of people that are watching at the moment, all rooting for their teammates. Already done their session.
13 people currently watching. So if you are watching, make yourself aware and let us know who you're watching, who you're supporting, what team are you a part of.
That's interesting. You've said there's got 13 watching. According to my stream, I've only got 10. So.
That's odd. I don't know.
Yes,
maybe it's a bit of a false number, but. So we've got an audience of some probably
at least 10
co-drivers of these cars. So
yes, quite possibly.
If you want to know how your teammates are doing, or
certainly.
any
we know we've got FTR Marv who's watching. Obviously, he'll be pleased to see Dave up in second place in this session.
Oh yeah, FTR Marv did say, I didn't notice that. 166. So yeah. The 165 to sort of 168 at maybe the top speed. If you get a really good run with a tow, you're probably going to hit above 170. But it depends what aero you've got running. The aero could make a massive difference in lap time. So after Stevie improved to a 36.0, he hasn't improved in the past few laps. But I'm going to watch him now and see if.
No, Steve has gone 5 now, so that's his best lap time.
I think he's improved by nearly a full second there, maybe, because he wasn't. Yeah. Oh yes, Chrissy's done a personal best sector 1 yet, as well. So he is getting to grips with this car, even if it doesn't improve his team position overall. In the end, he's definitely improving. Even just using it as a practice session to get his car set up how he wants for the race, for his stint, because not all drivers have to use the same
second sector for him.
They don't all have to use the same tune, so it's driver preference, driving style. What do you prefer? What do you prefer? A low downforce package, high downforce package? Do you like running low fuel and banging some more fuel in at the pit stop, or will you carry high fuel and then only do a splash and dash and get out there as soon as you can, or will you run 2 smaller tanks of fuel and get to the end that way and pit early, or how
Chris
will you
using
guys run your
all
races?
the road out of turn out of the last corner, it doesn't improve by 1/100th of a second.
So
33.167, so he was very close to improving. I think if he hadn't just tapped the wall coming out of the final corner, I think that would have been an improvement.
So that was a 38.7 for Stevie, so he's a good 2.7 seconds off his best there. So it didn't look like a horrendous. He's with the curbs like some drivers have been doing. Definitely not. Let's see how he takes the bus stop. Does he use the curbs? No, not really. Oh, he actually cuts one of the corners, so this lap will not count as a time, but he is not taking curb through there like some others, but maybe his car, maybe he isn't feeling confident in the car to do that.
Chris on another flyer. I think this is his last lap currently in this run because he has the fuel light flashing. So this could be an improvement for Chris. 27.3 for his first sector, 29.6 for his second sector. And he's into the pits. He's probably not quite had enough to get to the end of the lap.
So I'm going to watch Hammer.
A minute. I'll be back in a moment.
Now. So, yeah, Webbers will be back in a moment. So Hammer is currently doing a lap for UP2 Speed Customs. The team, I think, was set up by Schneeb originally, but then Hammer has then got one of his friends on board, October Dusk. I think he's doing a stint. Whether he will qualify, I do not know. And then their other teammate is obviously Hammer and Basic Black, who I think is still in the session, but I don't think he's doing anything. I think this is his lagged out car here, sat at the end of the pit lane. He didn't end up wanting to do the session, I don't think, for quali, because he did it yesterday. So, but he's looking pretty fast. I think he was up there in the practice session before with like a mid 33. So going well. Let's see how Stone Stick takes this bus stop chicane now. He seems like he's had a good exit through the S's. Can he get the bus stop right? Brakes as late as he dares. Flicks it in all over the curb. Much better this time. He must have changed something with the setup or just got the line right. He's through the outer loop, holding the inside. We're going to jump on board with him. See if he gets this apex. He takes some curb on the way in, which is going to put him a little bit wide, but he keeps it on the black stuff. 200 metres, braking down 2 gears. Hit the power hard because it's an off-camber corner. The camber's with you, so it's aiding you through the corner. And here he should be hitting the brakes around 300 metres. Even later there, probably even 280 metres he hits the brakes into turn 8. Keeps it off the horrible curb on the exit. Coming up to turn 9, crucial corner, off camber, really horrible, unsettles the car. Doesn't go as close to the wall as I would have thought. 200 metres, he flicks it in. He's missed the apex, but he's kept it on the road again. And he's clipped that apex nice through the final corner. Is he going to improve? He is done a personal best sector 2.
He has.
He does improve to a 32.9. I'm glad we rode on board with that because that lap was much better through the bus stop. So he actually did a personal best sector 2 and a personal best sector 3. So let's see if he carries on this lap. If he can make any more gains, because he's had a decent lap, he may then be pumped up and wanting to go quicker. There's no one in front of him. He doesn't do a personal best sector, but he does a fairly fast one. He's taking a lot of curb again on the very limit of getting a cut track. Bit wide through the outer loop, but he's got plenty of space out there. Let's see how he gets on.
Only 27.6 for Stig in the first sector.
Yeah.
So it's not his best. Chris coming round. FAF
Helmet has just
gone
done
second.
He's now improved to a 32.8. So whatever setup change GWR have made to the car, it has massively helped them. With 14 minutes to go, they've managed to go P2 and 3, both breaking the 32 barrier. So they're both up there with some of the leading drivers in the field. And Stone Stick is catching traffic. He hasn't gone personal best in any of these sectors so far. We'll see. I think that could be Stevie Lowe in front of him or Simons, whichever driver is actually driving the car, because Stevie Lowe and Simons are good mates. They race together all the time, and Stevie Lowe and Simons actually live close together. So I think Simons visits Stevie, and they actually have a night on the Xbox, giving it a session on P-Cars and sometimes a Seto course as well. So Stone Stick is getting a tow, but will the other guy know he's there? Because he's also on a lap as well. I do not know who it is. He's flashing the lights at him. It's Stevie Lowe. And Stone Stick has to take evasive action because Stevie was there. Stevie has obviously been on the lap himself and not wanted to give it up. Chris is now improved in the first sector. He's gone personal best first sector. He's through.
Yes, it doesn't improve in this sector. He's a long way off in sector 2. I am wondering whether Chris has got a much lower downforce setup for his car, because he seems quite a bit quicker through sector 1 and then loses it through sector 2, which is obviously through the bus stop chicane, through the outer loop, and into the laces and then the toe of the boot. So there's I think possibly if he has got a bit of a lower downforce setup, it's hampering him in that second sector.
Well, he's going to have got an almighty toe there, and he's gone 5 thousandths faster through there to make that his personal best. The yellow car with a big D, the Mighty, has just gone off for Prancing Moose Racing, and he's now behind, I think, Stonestig, or maybe Helmet. So is he going to stay out of the way, or is he going to fight his position? Helmet's also on a lap, but not personal best in it. Will Chris decide to back off, or will he try and? Yeah, I think Helmet's now seen him because he was quite tight now that corner.
Chris's second sector has been a long way off.
Yeah, he's now only done a 30.7, so yeah, he is quite a way off there. So Stonestig manages to get a good lap in, but he's actually been pipped by his teammate, which I'm surprised by. Only by a tenth, but it's enough to make him want to go faster in this last 11 minutes.
Yes, and the thing is, actually, was what as you said. You watched the lap. It was a good lap. It looked like it was a very quick lap, which is still only good enough for fourth fastest.
Third fastest.
Goes to show how. No, I'm talking in the overall.
Oh, the overall, right?
Results.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, he has gone
results,
improved in Sector 2, personal best, but he wasn't the best Sector 1 that I've seen him do. I think I've seen him do a 27.1. He was only a 27.4. So we'll see if he improves.
32.3.
Wow, yeah.
He's
gained a hell of a lot of time in that final sector. He's finally got a good lap, but still a tenth off toast. DSRL Motorsport and GWR, but that is awfully close.
Just under a tenth. Which does take them now to third overall.
Yes, so they've done well to get there. With two personal bests.
They've obviously, yes, as you said, obviously setup changes that they've made through the session is massively helping them. It's taken them a little bit of a while to find that time.
And AOR Benjamin is showing appreciation. Damn good time. So he's approval, because that is 3/10 faster than Benjamin's time for Anglo-French motorsport. So
actually, I think the way he's Actually, I think the way he's written that is not damn good time.
Yeah, he's wrote damn good time. Yeah, yeah. He has put the full stop for grammatical correctness. So
he should have put an exclamation and been like,
he should have
done
damn. Yeah. So Chris has not improved on his time yet. We've got a car pulled over at the side of the track, which looks to be Hammer. He's pulled over. He's now got back going again. Chris, I think Toast coming out of turn 8 as well behind him. I don't know whether he was letting drivers through or whether he was on the phone or something. He just pulled over and decided to get back going after the drivers had passed him. So he's going to go on a lap now. So he hasn't used hardly any of the exit there. So he's not tried to get a good exit onto the straight. Yeah, Toast could be on a lap. We will have a look. He's on a 27.7 first and a 29.0. So, yeah, fifth so far, not bad. But I think it is so risky. Yeah, you're right. Doing these times, I'm assuming you've seen the way Stonestig and I haven't seen Toe take the bus stop yet. But a lot of drivers are taking curb, and then there is other drivers taking absolute liberties through the bus stop and certain other curbs around the track. If you touch the turn 1 curb, you're gonna spin. Whereas the other curbs around the track, some of them are a bit steep, but the bus stop ones are, if you much, it unsettles the car that much that it will just spit you off. And if you do that in the race, it's just going to be curtains, and you're going to have to limp back to the pit whilst avoiding other cars. Because if you then get hit by another car, you're then going to cause them damage. You're going to have more damage, which is going to spin you off. And then you're going to have to get back going again and lose even more time. And it's all going to be, how have you set your car? Fuel? Can it take the curbs? safely, and can you get round for an hour and 15 minutes
Dave
straight?
has just improved again, 32.8. Yeah, 32.8.7.
Oh yeah, only three
874.
hundredths of a second off helmet, that is. So I'm going to flick up the timing board now. Toast is going to start a lap now, so we'll keep an eye on him. There is the timing board for everyone to see. So it is Toast in P1, Stone Stick P2, Helmet P3, Dave now P4. I think he was P4 anyway, but I think he'd maybe found a good 3 or 4 tenths in that lap. Chris in P5, Hammer P6, Stevie Low P7, Schneeb P8, P9, and obviously he's off and Basic are not taking part, nor are me and Webbers. So I'm going to flick that down. Toast goes straight off at the bus stop. Just as I do that, he's got the 30. I think he braked a bit too late, could not make the first apex, and just didn't get it turned in right after a so-and-so first sector. So winding up for a lap in the last 6 minutes. We've got Hammer, who's just done a 34.1. Hammer has just moved himself up to 6 if he wasn't 6th already. But he has just done a personal best sector 2 and 3.
That's a good time set by
After 18 laps, that is, as well. So all the drivers
It's all
doing
getting
double figure
It's all
laps.
getting very serious now with just under 6 minutes to go.
So, who is out on track then now? So we've got Schneeb, we've got Big D, Schneeb, Stevie all in the pit lane. Hammer's just gone off at the 6. I don't know why. I flipped back to him. He's in the wall, on the grass. Whether he's going to carry on with that damage, I don't know. He might be doing a race run still, so he may want to just eke it out for the last 5 minutes. Chris is still pounding round. He's on his 15th lap. This will be 16th.
27.4 for his first sector.
And then we've got Dave 130R, still going well after that blistering 32.8, but it only puts him 4th. Only half a tenth or so off Helmet, who is still going round. He's coming through the bus stop now. Don't think he's on a lap. He's not done a good first sector, so it may be an out lap. Same for Somestig. He's just come through the first sector with a 27.5. Toast with just under that with a 27.445. So Toast is just in the loop section, the boot even, should I say? He's gone. Purple sector 2 from Toast, 28.6.
28.6.
Wow, what a time! So he's well within the 28s now. On board with him. Can he get turn 9 right? He looks to have stayed away from the curb, but he's got a good exit.
Turns in, turn 10.
Oh, he's out on the curb.
Out on the curb.
Will that cost him any? We will see when he crosses the line. He's coming to the line now. He's on a 32.238. Does he improve? Yes, he does. To a 32.118. So he has now... He's now improved by a tenth to stretch the gap to Stone
now be
Stick.
only 8 tenths behind Aquac Racing.
So yeah, he's still 8 tenths off Aquac Racing. He is still absolutely baffled. He said to me earlier that how they have done that lap time. But there we go. AMR
Yes,
Benjamin,
I
think he lost a tenth on the
think,
exit curb.
I think
agree.
possibly maybe even more, to be honest.
Yeah, he was very scrappy through there. So
it goes to show how good a lap it was. Yes, goes to show exactly how good the lap was. If he can afford to sort of do a bit of a mistake like that and still...
a 32.1, yeah. So, yeah, MTR Mov has just said, there is some serious times here tonight. Consistency will be key. It will. You can be nip and tuck on lap times, but at the end of the day, keeping it out of the wall in such a long race is the main thing. If you can't keep it out of the wall for 46 laps of your stint, or even 2 stints that some drivers are doing. Like for Dedicated Rebellion, we've got Rebel Whitey and Hurt McGirt, who are long-time members of the DSRL, both quick drivers, both been around since nearly the beginning, and have taken part in countless number of series, and they have teamed up as a team of 2, and they're both going to be doing a stint, 2 stints each, so alternating stints for them, and they're gonna look to improve.
Sorry, my microphone had just gone. Did you see that Toast found another 300ths of a second?
He has. Wow, he's gone
to
purple
do a
again.
32.088.
None of them
And he's now
sectors
back in the
appeared as
pits.
purple. 132.088. So he is exactly 8 tenths. Is he? No, 7 tenths. Wow, right, okay, so we've got 1 minute and 31 to go. Oh, Stone Stick's gone straight on. Oh, and someone's spun. Someone has spun. Dave 130R is off at the bus stop, upside down. He is upside down. What has gone on there? No, he isn't. He's not off at the bus stop. Where is that? Is that turn 9? Where is this? He is off. He's upside down, and there's no... I don't know what's happened there.
I don't think he has a reset button.
No, but
yeah,
I think
that's not good.
I saw Stevie Lowe go off. That is hilarious. How the hell has he done that? I do not know. It may be contact with another car. I don't know. But all these bodywork's been picked up by the engineers and put next to his car, by the marshals even, and just left there with 42 seconds to go. We've got Stone Stig behind Helmet. Both. One's coming through turn 10 now, and one is a few seconds back. Are they going for one final push? Is Toast is in the pit lane. He will not go again. So I'm going to ride on board with Helmet. Webbers, you go on board with Stone Stig, and we'll see what lap times that we do. Yeah, 20 seconds to go.
Stone Stig crosses the line, doesn't improve.
No, they were out
Does
laps,
not
mate.
improve.
They were both out laps. For
They
both
won't
of them.
get to finish it though. We
Oh,
only
yeah,
have
of
8
course.
seconds to go left
Oh,
in the
of course.
session.
Yeah, they can't. They cannot finish their lap times. I
No,
completely
they cannot
forgot.
finish their lap times.
There we go, then, folks.
There we are. That is the end of the session.
So
That is
got,
the end of Q3.
So we've got Toast P1 with a blistering 32.088. Then Stone Stig with a 32.334 Helmet. So their time will be counted by Stone Stig unless Rusty Nuts takes part in a qualifying. So we're going to see a little one-lap race, which should be quite funny. But yeah, they were the times what everyone had managed to do. I will be gathering them from my stream at a later date. But we'll watch on board now. We'll see what some of the drivers do. I'm going to retire to pit box, spectate, and we're going to go on board with the front 3, and Helmet goes down the inside. He cannot be doing that on the Sunday race. So Stone Stig getting a run on Toast. He's going to try around the outside. No, because he's not got the run, and he's understeering or nearly into the wall. What are the other guys doing? Zorf's actually taking part in this one. Schneeb's there. Chrissy's there. Oh, and Stevie Lowe's backwards at the S's. What's he done? What has he done there?
Stone
Here
Stig
comes Big D.
Toast has gone straight on at the bus stop, and Stone Stig's now spun. Helmet's gone through into the lead. No,
Yep.
Zarf has gone through into the lead.
Stone Stig is now 5th. Toast is 6th. Right with Stone Stig. And it's only a one-lapper. Oh, and who's that?
and
Chris MK's just been passed by Schneeb, I think. I don't know. I can't see.
No, Chris has just gone past Schneeb.
Chrissy's gone past Schneeb. Toast has just gone past Big D. Side by side into turn 7, is it? I think it's 7. It's the toe section of Watkins Glen, and he's got the move done. He's got the move done, and Helmet is going to be chasing Zorf, and Zorf, after not taking part in practice, is going to cross the line, I think, if he can keep it together in the lead. And that was quite a fun little race. So Dave 130R, easy, keep the pedal to the metal.
As his car's rolling down the hill at turn 1.
Yeah. Oh, Big D's crashed at turn 9, 8, 9. No, it's 9. That's turn 9.
9.
Too easy, says Zorf. So there
Won't
we
be
go.
quite saying that on Sunday though.
Yeah, different story on Sunday. That was just a little bit of a mess about one lapper after the quali session. Very interesting. So we will update the times shortly.
Times have been updated.
Times have already been updated, right?
Yeah, times have been updated. I just need to reorganise.
Who is where?
Exactly the running
Do you want
order
to tag me
as
in
is.
it, what's it me in it? So I know a way of doing that dead quick. I don't know if you do you just click and drag them, or are you
I do just
using
click
the
and drag
sort
them.
thing? Because
Yeah.
you can press sort and you can sort it by specific columns. So you can say sort by lap time, and it will sort them all by lap time.
Yes, I'm trying to use my sheets on.
Right, so Marv has just said, good speed, guys. See you
Yes, there
Sunday.
we go.
So, yeah, we will see you on Sunday. Bye-bye, Marv, says Dave. So, them two are quite happy with their efforts.
So, the current
team.
running order is... we got Aqua Racing still on provisional pole, 1 minute 31.3. DSRL Racing is now second with a 1 minute 30.0. GWR Global Wheel Racing third with a 32.3. Petroblast Racing are fourth with a 32.5. Anglo-French Motorsports are fifth with a 32.6. Full Throttle Racing are sixth on a 32.8. Provisionally Up to Speed Customs is on a 33.1. Multiculti Racing on a 33.2. In ninth place is Dedicated Rebellion on a 35.1. And in ninth place is, as I said last night, quite possibly my most favourite named team, Prancing Moose Motorsports, on a 37 point. I thought it was Prancing Moose Motorsport. Okay, Prancing Moose Racing in 10th on a 36.
Actually, I'm going to have to check. I'm not going to myself.
Clearly, Dedicated Rebellion and Prancing Moose have got work to do. There is a bit of a gap between from those two teams back to the back of the rest of the pack, but we've only got 9/10 a second between second and 8th place in terms of teams, so it's extremely close in qualifying. Will that carry on into the race? That is the question.
It's going to be interesting Sundays.
And at the moment,
the leading team for provisional pole will still be Acura Racing. However you may say it, I'm not sure, but it will still be those guys on pole on Sunday, unless we see the famous two who are part of Multiculti Racing and in Chirac's team, unless them two turn up on Saturday and get their names down for Saturday's quali session, Q4, and see if they can get their team from, where was it? Were the 8th Multiculti Racing so far?
They are 8th at the moment.
They are 8th,
yes.
and a 33.2 is not a bad time, and they are still 8th of 10. That's how competitive this race is going to be. So they may need thinking about getting up there in the running order and getting some laps in on Q4. And if they don't, they will be 8th, starting 8th. So we will see if anyone else signs in. We will be live again on Saturday night. Whether there'll be commentary, I'm not sure yet. We'll just see. But we'll see you all on Sunday. If not.
On Sunday, I'm not not on Sunday. So my apologies. On Saturday, I will not be around.
I will be around to some degree to at least host it. Don't think I'll be around to stream. So tonight's stream's been a good test. We've got some good feedback from you guys in the stream. So we're gonna thanks for the stream. See you all later. Yeah, we'll see you on Sunday. So when you aren't racing, guys, if you do want to view your teammates and how they're getting on, come in the stream. We'll have the whole race live from start to finish. So yeah, it went really well. Yeah, so
Have you got your included in the party?
if you can we'll have a bit of a chat with you if you want about your car and whatnot, and it'll go on the stream. There's still 11 people here, 12 people here, so yeah, 12 people watching at the moment, mate. Yeah, we've been
Still
talking
got
about you
12 people
quite a lot.
watching at
So
the moment.
yeah, we did.
Looks like your
notice
car
you
was a bit of a handful tonight. So it felt like it was a little bit of a handful at the start of the. Right.
Yeah,
okay.
we thought you were messing with tune because you didn't get a lap in early like Toast did. Toast was straight up there on the pace, and we saw your car a good few times
my audio.
bouncing over the curbs at the bus stop, and it was just unsettling you and chucking you into the wall. I think Helmet had one problem. I think you had about 3 offs.
It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare.
It did seem like you were setting the car, and then when you both banged in high 32s, and then you banged in your low 32. You know, we all of a sudden realised that you've been playing with setup. So yeah, we were very aware of that.
In that.
You think there's a 31 in
that? Yeah, definitely. That was running race trim. That wasn't quality.
That was
radiators wide
showing
open,
a bit.
brake ducts wide open, fuel.
Right.
So there's plenty still in there then. Oh, that's interesting. Havana, he's just messaged in the chat. At Quick Racing is how it's said.
Right. Okay.
At Quick, which
I don't know how
they certainly are
that amount
quick.
of time. 31 threes.
I don't know how
That's
they've managed to do it.
ridiculous.
31.4 basically. 31.388 is the time. So they will.
Yes.
They're on provisional pole unless anyone can improve. I've found out tonight that the team members of Multiculti Racing, who have just signed up recently, have actually got 2 F1 leaderboard guys who are quick on F1
nothing.
2016. Whether they can
That
then
means
transfer that over to P-Cars.
Leaderboard
we'll have to
times
see.
mean nothing at all.
Well,
you need to be able to
means
do
you're
to
pretty
a
quick
leaderboard is run the
over
right
one lap.
lines. Yeah, over one lap on the track to yourself. Racing's completely different.
Racing will be a lot different. So
Racing will be a
Havana,
lot
there you
different.
go with a cool symbol. Right.
To be honest,
long
in every
race on Sunday
every
night.
quali session of recent, whatever we've raced in, I've always beat my quali time in race.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
to hear. So
Like,
if you can
Zhuhai,
improve
I
that.
smashed my quali time by nearly half a second in Zhuhai.
Yeah, for the Formula C
Excellent.
championship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, is Toast there? Hello?
I wish I'd have turned
Yeah,
into practice
Toast,
because that
include
quali
your-
session was like a 50-minute practice session and then a 10-minute quali session.
Yeah, it's a shame.
And me and Helmet just could not hook up the Ferrari slipstream. Stevie Lowe
we did.
always in my way.
We did see I said I think it's Ferrari-esque slipstreaming going on here. So we did notice that. But right, Toast, have you included your audio? We'll have a little word with you as well.
Yeah, I've got it in.
Right, cool. So P1 in that session, but P2 overall, and you've two DSRL Motorsport from 8th all the way up to 2nd now, with just
nice
ahead of
lap
GWR. So how was the car for you? Because you didn't seem to have the problems they did, because like they've just said, they used it as a practice session, and then went all guns blazing in the last 10 minutes. So how was the car for you? What sort of setup were you running? Race trim or
Well, the car was
quali?
pretty planted, but no, I was definitely trying to get quali trim in, but I still, after all those laps, couldn't string in the perfect lap with all my sectors, so it's a bit frustrating, but still
Which
pretty
still-
happy.
Yes, we
Still
noticed
P2,
your
with the
quick
time I
lap.
got.
your quickest lap was not done with your quickest sectors,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
which I found was quite interesting.
Struggling to string them together. Hopefully, it'll come together more before Sunday.
I
Still
know
needs
I
more
was
work.
gaining 5 tenths in the first sector and could never finish the lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems
Yes,
to
well,
be,
obviously
be a thing.
we've still got 3 days to go until the race. I don't know about anyone else. I don't know about you, Aid, but I reckon all of a sudden everyone's a bit like, ooh, may need to spend a bit more time working on the setup, spending a bit more time
definitely.
on practicing and working on the lines. Because as I said, to have currently at the moment only 9/10 of a second between second and eighth overall is not a lot of time at all. Not a lot of time at all.
It's more competitive than I thought it'd be in qualifying, put it that way. It is a lot closer. I thought we
It
were going to
looks
see at
like
least...
Havana and Miz have got 2 good tunes between them.
Yeah, like I was
Yes,
saying
they
during
do.
the
Everybody
stream...
else is a mediocre.
Yeah, I
Are
was
they
saying
both
during the
lapping
stream
low
that people
31?
sometimes they can use both different streams if they want. Tunes, sorry. And if they have a certain driver preference, they can change it to suit them, and they've obviously got it hooked up really quite well. But I assume you guys are all going to go away and scratch your heads and think, where do we find nearly a full second? What the heck have they been eating for breakfast to get that kind of lap time?
To answer your question, Toast, Havana, his lap time, I'm pretty sure it was a 31.5. So he was just
So they
under
both
2/10. He was just 31.5. He was
Just behind
just
the Miz,
under,
that was his
just
teammate.
behind the Miz. Now, interestingly, for those two guys, apart from Rebel and Hurt, they are only a 2-man team. So whether fatigue will come in a little bit more, I don't know.
Possibly.
Possibly,
It's a long,
I don't
long
know.
race.
Obviously,
especially
the other factor that you have to take into account will be how the track is during each stint, because each stint has a different start time. The first stint, the in-game time starts at 10 in the morning, and then 12 o'clock, and then 2 o'clock, and then 4 o'clock for the final stint. So there is a transition through the day of track evolution, and I say track evolution. It doesn't really have track evolution, but there's different times of day. So it will be sort of a morning session for the first stint, and then as you go into stint 2 and 3, it will get progressively warmer and then start tailing off into stint 4. So that's something else that everyone needs to keep in mind. They can't just go out and practice at the same time we've been practicing now, which is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to be a little bit more
variable, definitely.
It's not going to be quite so straightforward, I don't think.
So what's the grid order up to now? Obviously, Quick Racing are first, then Toast.
Yes, our Quick Racing is first at the moment. Then DSRL Motorsport second, GWR in third, Petroblast Racing is fourth, Anglo-French in fifth, Full Throttle Racing in sixth, Up to Speed Customs seventh, Multiculti Racing in eighth, Dedicated Rebellion ninth, and Prancing Moose Motorsport, and it is Motorsport.
Yeah, I've just checked.
It
is, yeah.
in
10th.
Yeah,
yes,
10
we
teams.
are
Yeah.
now at 10. We are at 10 teams.
So, Dave, Dave 130R, are you there? And if so, have you included your party audio? If you go on the party, if you press the Xbox guide button, yeah. So if you tick that box,
yep, done it.
Right, so you will now be on the live stream as well. So,
yeah, so you're now on the live
go
stream.
for you,
so...
Dave. A bit of an incident at the end. We saw you upside down.
Well, I looked at the timer and I said, I saw I couldn't make it anymore, so I thought, well, I'm just gonna bin it.
Oh, right. Okay.
That'll explain it then. We saw
Yes.
you upside down and thought you'd had contact with another car or something because we
Nah.
thought, how the hell is he off at turn 8 upside down with all bits hanging off?
No, I just went on straight, and well, I couldn't put in another lap. Was being really scrappy in the end for me. Main issue with me is brakes and first corner, I think.
Turn 1 is tricky because it is downhill. Tricky place to get your braking right. Very easy to lock up into turn 1.
You carry
and then
all that speed, you carry it up towards the bus stop. So
yes,
yeah,
Once you've lost it at turn 1, you can't regain it all the way up there because you're losing time all the time, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course you got the what is it, turn 9? That's still I have to be careful through that one. You lose the back really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course
turn 9
all
off,
the curbstones on the
camber,
inside.
uphill.
Yeah, the curbs. The curbs are they might be little and thin, but they don't put you off. Like when you hit
Big
them,
time.
they can really upset the car. We saw Toast at one point coming through turn 10, got the apex perfect, but ran out wide onto that big red and white curb
Sends you
just
off
before
to
the
wall
last
on the
corner.
left.
And he was
That
lucky
lap
not
would've
to send him
been
off the
decent.
wall, and he did go faster. He did improve his time, but if he hadn't done that, he may have gained an extra tenth or two, and maybe have broke into the 31s. Because
Well, I
he was
went
only
wide on
just off
both
that in
turns.
the
I
end
think I
anyway.
lost at least 4 tenths.
Mm,
Pretty annoyed with that
maybe
one.
you did, yeah. Because I think it was Benjamin. AOL Benjamin said in the chat, I think he's lost a lot of time there. I mean, Webber said, yeah, at least a few tenths. So, but we were on board with you at the time, and we were on board for your best lap as well, Stoned, during that session anyway. So yeah, so it was decent to do that. Yeah, I did see you get hampered once. Yeah, because Dave did improve near the end.
So I did help you. Oh well.
Yeah, you egged him along. You egged him along, basically, trying to make him improve.
Thing is, overall I'm pretty happy. No, never been this quick, so well, happy. Nothing.
It's always good when you're
nothing-
going quicker than you thought that you were before.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, well, I think I don't know about you, Wade, but I think we'll leave it at here.
Call it a night there,
Yeah,
yeah.
leave it right there. That
Seems pretty.
I think everyone's
pretty happy
everyone's had it.
that the stream
Everyone's
went
pretty
well.
happy. Stream's gone well, which bodes well for Sunday.
Just one final thing, because I don't know if he's still watching or not, but Miko's put great stuff tonight. Watch some of the stream. It's going to be close with a little Formula One car and a checker flag. He's just messaged me over Xbox, so yeah, it will definitely be close. It could be mega. Well, this is the thing though. Absolutely anyone could win it, because if you have a lag out, you hit the wall, you have to do an extra pit stop, anything, and then you're playing catch up. And if you're playing catch up and you're pushing, you might make more mistakes. So if you just keep it on the road and you know, keep it going, plugging away, and no incidents whatsoever, that team will win. The team, not necessarily with the fastest car, the one that does not have incidents will win the race. I'm almost certain, because it's
Yeah,
that
it's
long.
way too easy to put it in the wall.
I'm getting pretty
It
scared
is.
now.
It is, yeah. So people are going to have to work on setup for that.
Yeah, I did the
But
first
as Webber
hour
said, I
practice. I did one high fuel load, so it is. The thing is, what I'm getting a bit worried about is I practiced all the time, 30 July, 3 o'clock. Now I heard for the first. Because
yeah,
I'm really...
so all of the settings for the conditions are on are on the forum. So I think the first 2 might be clear. So it's 10 o'clock clear, 12 o'clock clear. Then I think it's 2 light cloud, is it, Webbers? And then 4 o'clock one's hazy.
Let me just
or
have a
something,
look,
so-
just to confirm. Yes, obviously it'll be 2 o'clock. 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and yes, the first 2 are both clear, and then light cloud for stint 3 and hazy for stint 4.
Okay. It's thing to practice for me.
Practice to be done.
Yeah.
So.
Practice to be
And
done.
Just to let you know, we've had his first entrant for Q4, and it is B1200 for Prancing Moose Racing.
Ah,
so
right.
He'll be looking to improve Big D's time, and Prancing Moose Racing, he will be looking to lift them off the top spot and get up there in the midfield.
Lift them off the bottom spot.
Yeah. So that is another only team of 2, which is B1200 and Big D the Mighty. So both been around on the forum for a while. They were multi-culti racing. So Chirac is a guy who we raced on.
They are 8th at the moment.
They are only 8th at the minute, yeah. And Chirac is a guy we raced on AOR. He's quick in GT3. He was in the elite section of AOR on Wednesday nights. He's quick, consistent, clean when you're racing him. Don't know what the other 3 guys are. Let me see. They are called. So I think the ones that they said were the F1 guys are SRL Ribs and RG Matiz. There is then another guy called Varsak Jr., so they have a team of 4. So it'll be interesting to see if they don't qualify, where they'll end up just, popping up. So anyway, I think we're going to call the stream a night there.
Yes.
And I don't think we will stream Q4 just because I don't think I can, and Webbers also doesn't think he can. So we will probably go live maybe half an hour before the race. Are you saying, Webbers?
Yeah, hopefully.
Just for a bit of a brief and stuff, and get the stream up and get everyone in. So if you are doing the first stint, we may set up a bit of a warm up whilst we're getting people into the race for the first stint. If you do want to jump on at around 3:30 UK time. And we can, get you in. Even if you aren't driving the first stint, we can always get you into the stream for a bit of a chat about who's doing your first stint, how you think that, have you done any more practice, anything like that. So if you all want to tune into the stream or jump in the party with us, we can always get you in for a bit of an interview type thing. So, but we'll call it a night there then. Yeah. So thanks for watching, everyone who's been in the stream and commenting and whatnot. So, and we'll see you on Sunday the 6th of August for the next stream.
Cool.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much.
Cannot wait.
For